Morning, students. Today we are going to see about LaTeX. Okay. What is the purpose of LaTeX? What is the purpose of LaTeX? Why do you want to go for LaTeX? What is the reason you want to go for LaTeX? When you want to go for LaTeX, the problem is with alignment. Okay, basically, and if you do something with the Word, you may see some unwanted symbols present in the document, and that can be removed. And there is a basic drawback in Word file. And of course, this is not known to many people. I'll just share you the screen and I'll show you where there is a drawback in the Word file. Just I'll show you. You can just see this. I'll just open one Word file and you can able to get a very clear idea where the problem is really lying in the Word file. And you can see a lot of things which is been not uh, seen when we type something in the Word, and all those things today we are going to see. Of course, we are not aware about it, and there are some symbols which will be there in the Word. Even Word itself says that they are the symbols. I don't know how this comes, because I'm really not aware about it, but still you can see this practically so that you understand the concept. Now I'll just show one document. I'll just take this document. The, this is a one document. This is a sample document, and you can see this a particular file. Which consists of synopsis. Now this file. You may see that this file is exact. See, just see this a very simple notification I'll give. See, whenever there is what I can say word, you see the gap between the words. See, you can see that there is an improper gapping between the words. You can see this gap. Okay, you can see this gap. Just look in this fashion. Okay, you can able to see lot of problem in the word. You can see this. When you have a point, okay, it's called your full stop. When you have a stop point, see, you see the gap between this point, and you can see this the gap between this point. So what is that is going to do with the gap? Yes. When you take a printout and if you look at, no, the reader will be irritated by seeing these type of formats. Why? Because we have to develop the reading ability. When you develop a reading ability, you can see very clearly that the reader will be very sharp. See, the people who read continuously articles, papers, and they develop their vocabulary. It's a very important thing for a researcher. See, when they read continuously, they read first time with their understanding of the meaning. They understand what is the objective, what is the grammar is used. That way they read it. I'm just talking about the technical part of reading, not that reading a newspaper or reading a journal. They mean that a novel or a comic book. Okay, any type of books. I'm just talking about academic reading, and that is what the reason reading is being given as a test in TOEFL and IELTS. The reading, listening, and then writing skills are being kept as a part in IELTS and TOEFL. So you see this. When reader reads, he'll be very sharp by seeing the diagram, by seeing the wording, the alignment. If you are a regular reader, you will be irritated. Okay, that is a very important thing. You will become when you read continuously the documents. So you can see this is a very simple thing. And one more thing is that the word itself is saying that I don't know why they are doing it, because I don't have any idea about it. But still, you can see here one symbol is given in the word. I'll just show you here. Just click it. It shows that paragraph mark and hidden formatting symbols. I don't know why hidden formatting symbols are coming up. If I keep this, when I click this, you can see some hidden formatting. I don't have a dot here. I think you can able to see here. I don't have a dot. See, some dots are coming up. And you can see this lot of symbols are there. I'll just scroll down so that you'll be able to understand what are the things are available. Just clear it. Please wait. I'll clear the marking. Then I'll just go. You can see this lot of symbols are there. You can see some arrows are here. These are all called hidden symbols. And this is a very big problem with the word. So in order to make your document very perfect, look appealing, that is what the reason when you submit a paper, the people are trying to give it in a word PDF format. When you submit any paper, you'll be given a final option, check your document in PDF format. PDF, the right thing. You can see this. I just show you this the second line of the second literature review. The medical imaging fusion combines multimodal images such as CT image. You can see MRI and PET. That is a very big gap. And into a single image and provides more information. You can see the gap of the first line and the second line, and you can see the third line and fourth line. This is how the printing will be there. If you're a very keen reader and if you're a very what I can say sharp, it's not that you have to be a keen, you have to practice, because a researcher will have a very sharp eye. And that is what the reason when I take the class, I ask them to take the notes. It's a very important thing, because when you keep on taking the notes, your focusing will be increasing, and your what I can say, your unfocusing points will be removed off. What do you mean by unfocusing point? Is that when you see the textbook, you write it something. Now your brain and then your hands are trying to concentrate on one point. So otherwise, when you keep on listening, your hands will be doing something and your brain will be thinking, you will be listening. So that should not be there. And that is what the reason I asked you to take the notes. Okay. Whenever I take the class, the very best practice to make the focus. Because when you develop a focus, when you listen, then you read a focus. When you read a document, you develop the focus, then you can identify this. Okay, the professional readers and even researcher and scientists, they'll be keen on these type of things. To avoid these things, the publishers many time, many European countries, they prefer only the LaTeX. LaTeX is a programming based creating the document which is used in all the companies. Even if you do something, if you submit some paper, if you go to some journals and you submit your paper, they are asking for article processing charges. The article processing charges is not the paid journal. Even IEEE is also asking this APC. The reason for APC is that, that the backend BPO will take your Word file and it will convert it into your LaTeX files. And a very important thing is that the APC charges are included for mainly for documentation purpose. How appealing the document should be when it goes for printing. Even when you go for a website or when you go download for a printout, or when you put it in your what I can say in website, the document when the user takes as a printout, it should be so clear. Because previously the people were selling the entire journal. If you talk about 10 years before, 15 years before, IEEE transaction books are being coming through the couriers to all over the country, and now the scenario has been changed. You can take a PDF document. When the person thinks that this particular document, publication is very important for the research, if they take the printout, and if the printout is not up to the level, if you take in any type of printer, anyway, it may be a laser printer, ink printer, or inkjet printer. No, when you take a printout, you should not see some, what I can say, breakups in the wording. What do you mean breakup? It's called raster format and vector format. You can see that when you take in some printouts, you can see the difference. The vector format is that, it will break. I'll show you the words, how the words are being broken up. I'll just show you the format of your vector data, vector image, and then your raster. And you can see this difference between vector and raster. Okay, I'll just show you one beautiful example. What is the difference? You can see this. See, this is the very simple example for vector and raster. Of course, when you take a printout, you can see this. See, when you take a printout, your printout, when you do it in the word, you can see this, the raster zooming, when you zoom the word, and if you print out or any word, there will not be any sharp image. That is called raster. Vector is very clear. So when you do something with the LaTeX, you will have your vector shaped wording. Okay. And of course, when you talk about your, you can say your, one more example I can show here is that you can show the image. See, when your images are like this, you can see some sort of blurring is there in raster. Okay. And when you have your vector, you see very clear edges. I think you can able to see here at the corner of the tree how the images are. It is blurred. It is not having the proper shape. That is what happens when you take a printout. So, because each document, when you publish a journal, each journal, what happens, they take as a printout after paying of $20-30. If the quality is not up to the mark, you will see one more example. When I zoom a particular image and if I see it, you will have this type of pixel in clarity. It is called, the graphic will not be like this. And that is what the reason when you go for journals, they'll ask for uncompressed TIFF files. If you do some graphing, you have to save only in uncompressed TIFF files, or you have to convert that particular file as .eps file. If you are not able to do that, and you can save it in JPEG file, and when you save it in JPEG file, you can convert the DPI of the file. You can make it up to 600 dot per inch. When you make this, when they zoom the diagram, there will not be any sort of structure called uneven pixel breaking in the diagrams. That is what I'm just showing here. I think you can understand why we are going to the LaTeX, because, and many people say, why sir I want to go to LaTeX? Why sir I can able to convert the word into LaTeX? No, it is not the right way, because when you convert it, these symbols will also accumulate, or these symbols will also carry out to the PDF document. When they go for printing, you can easily identify it. Okay, that is a very important thing, and you can hide the words also. You can hide the words also. You can hide a document in a Word file, but you cannot hide a dot in a PDF. Very simple example. You can hide, you can insert a dot in between the text, and you can hide it. So this is what the thing happening. So when you take a printout, you can easily identify it. Of course, we are not looking into this part because we don't have such quality printers. We never depend upon this quality. Of course, the people who buy the document, in Research Institute and Premier Institute, they look the printing as a very big thing before buying the document. If the printing is not up to the level, no, normally people will not buy that article. So that will be a very big loss for the company. That is what the reason they take the APC from you. They make a very beautiful artwork. They make a very beautiful, writing. It means that your English has been corrected, and your pagination, they call it as pagination. They do some pagination work, and they do some lot of things in the document. Then they go for the conversion of PDF. Then they go for publication. And that is what the reason they take the article processing charge. Now we'll jump. Now you understand what is the basic requirement for LaTeX. Of course, the LaTeX is a very beautiful tool. You can use it for what I can say. You can use it for mathematical equations, and you can use it for diagrams, and you can use it for what I can say. You can use it for having the proper alignment, and it is a very beautiful tool. Okay, and of course, nowadays this LaTeX has become a very easiest tool. Why? Because previously the LaTeX was being done through citations.org. There are some sites, they were having this. And when you talk about one more software is there, MiKTeX, and there are a lot of softwares. Don't go for MiKTeX. When I was doing something with it, MiKTeX, people may suggest that MiKTeX tools are there, LaTeX tools are there. MiKTeX was a very famous one. MiKTeX. It's called MiKTeX LaTeX. Previously, when we installed this MiKTeX LaTeX, it was a very big problem. There is a lot of installation procedure and all those things was there. Now the people have made it a very beautiful version. It's an open source software. Now people have made a very beautiful what I can say version of this LaTeX in an online compiling system. Now the online compiler has come a very beautiful what I can say very beautiful upgraded files. What do you mean upgraded files? When you it is a Linux based LaTeX. LaTeX is Linux based. When you go for Linux based LaTeX, every time you want to install your update your packages here, nothing is required. When you go for Overleaf, there is a tool called Overleaf. I think I'll show you Overleaf LaTeX. You create a login. You can create a login, a very simple tool. Nothing is there to do. I'm just going to teach you in a direct way. Okay, you can just make it very simple. You can register yourself. Already I'm been registered with this LaTeX. Okay, and now I can what I can say. I can open this with my already login. I have a login, and this is my login with the email. This is my login with my email, and then working meters. Wait a second. Okay, I think the website was upgraded. Wait, I'll just log in with my usual login. Just reset my password. Please wait. I'll make it very simple. Oh, it's not. I'll just make it. I think I have forgot. I had a lot of logins. Please wait. Just log in with one more Google. Because with the university login, college login ID. Now this is my login. Now this is what my login. What I did, lot of sample works. Okay, and this is the Overleaf LaTeX login. Now, if I want to do something, you want to make it already. I have done many works here. Just I'll show the sample, and this is a document. Every document will be there. Okay, this is the sample document. If at all you want to go to the main menu, you can just go to the main menu. You can see this, copy the document, source the file, and everything is there. See, this what this actually is doing, that you have to write the code here, and if you recompile, then you'll get the PDF here. I'll just show it. It's not a very big issue. Now I'll just show you the other document, and then I'll just show you the file. I can go back here. If I go back, I can able to, that arrow will show you the documents which I have kept here. And you can see this one document. I'll just make one document. Tables. I can click here. So this is one document. Say this is an example for table. I created a table here. Okay, this is how you have to do it. Okay. See, these are all very simple. Don't worry. By seeing this code, you'll be getting very much. No, I want to read many things. No, don't think like that. There are templates. Okay, you can take the template and you can open the template. You can just copy it and you can recompile and you can get it out. When I write the code here, you can get the PDF here. I'll just write one code. I think you can able to see here. If you go here, you can see the new document. You can see the new document. And of course, now I'll just show one file, online class. I'm taking this one online document, and this is a very simple thing. I think you can able to see this. Initially, you want to write document, class, article, and use package and title online class. I think you can able to see it will be like an HTML code, and you can see that slash date. Okay, when you type it, you'll get this like this, and you can have your begin document, make title, and section. You want to make title and you want to make section. Of course, getting into this, knowing all those things, no, that is not very much important for the people when you want to do something with alignment, or if you want to make a document with the LaTeX. I'm just showing it, and don't worry about these commands. I'll teach you how to do this. Don't worry. Say in a simple way. I'll just make one file, a new file. I'm just creating a new project. Okay, I can make a new project. I can add your project. This is all your project. I can share this work. Okay, I can create a new folder, and this is my project. I think you can able to see here. Okay, because if somebody wants to work on your document, you can share this document. How you do it in your Google, what I can say, how you do it in your Google document sharing, you can do. You can ask somebody to change. You can ask somebody to work on this. You can have this documents. It's not a very big thing. Okay, and this is how the very big document we have done it. Okay, we have done it for one professor. Okay, how how we can do this document? How to make this document? How we have to create a document? Now I'll just teach you. Please wait. I'll just go for a new project. Okay, and I'm not going to take an example project. There are example projects. Okay, I can go for new projects also. Okay, I can go for new projects. I can go for what I can say. What I can say, example projects. I can take what I can say. I can even take the templates from academic journals. See, this is the template. You can directly take a template. No, see now, if you know the journal, you can just click the template. You can add the template. Now you can see this IEEE communication template. You can see a lot of templates are available here. Now I'll just take one IEEE paper and I'll try to do this template. Then you will be able to understand. Because if you want to write the code, you don't need to write. You can take a template, I can insert the template. Now I'll just show you how to take a template and how to install. Because don't worry, because when you start it, you can start at your level. It's not that you want to read everything. Slowly you can read it. This is how we do it. It's not like that we want to start from day one. What is syntax, learning about the command, the document. Nothing is required. As a researcher, of course, that is required for the people who do it as a book, textbooks, and who develop some technical documentations. They write the what I can say help files and in the form of PDF, or if you write something about a thesis, and if you write something about your what I can say innovation in a part of proposal submission, that requires in a different angle, because you want to know every part and corner of the programming commands, syntax. But here, when you are a researcher, you want to make a paper to be put it into a proper alignment. It's not that you want to learn. You can just take a template and you can use it. Now, these are a lot of templates are there. I'll just, you can see this lot of templates are there. I'll just go back. Now you can see this my project shared with you, and archive projects. You can see archive projects are there, trash projects are there, and I can delete it. It is just like that. You can have your what I can say document to be stored, and you can share it, and you can make others to work on this document also. And that is a different thing. Of course, now I'll teach you one new project is that I'm just going to take an example. If at all you want to go for a blank document, I'm just going to make as a blank document. Now, LaTeX 1. I'll just make a create LaTeX 1. See, now I created LaTeX file. When you create itself, all these things will be there. You can see this. Now, if instead of, I'm just going to have one section here, just type this, put it like this. You can see this, the help file. When I click slash, the commands will be very easily to be displayed there, and you can understand, or you can if you forget the command also, it will help you this prompt will help you to get their proper syntax. Now I'm just going to use section, okay, and I'm just going to make a syntax that literature review. Now, could you notice this? One symbol has been reflecting on the 13th number, a triangular. Whenever there is a problem, or the syntax is not properly fed into the compiler, it's an online compiler. By the time you will have the syntax, I think you would have been seen this. Now this is how you do it. Now I have inserted one new code. Now if I recompile it, say I got the second literature. So this is a very simple commands. Okay, you can learn and you can do it. But as a researcher, not going this way. The other way is that you understand the coding is that you take the template. I'll just show you. I'll just go for the new one. I'll just create a new project, and it's an example project. Uh, two. I'm just going to create. Say I have selected that particular template and I given the name. I'm getting this document. Now, see, you understand that you're in how you do it in your Word file. Same thing you can have it here. You got this code. Okay, you got this code. You understand that the code is there. Now you can insert the wording which you want. Now you can now you see I want to have my what I can say title of my paper. Now I'm going to do some research in attacks. I can put my title, just fill in the blanks. Nothing is there to learn. Not a very big thing to learn. Slowly, if you try to do this, automatically you can learn within 1 or 2 days. Previously, when I was learning with MiKTeX, it was really taking more than 1 month because I was really struggling. I forgot the syntax. There are some people I can say that this has been done as a business. I have seen one professor. I think he's in. I think he's in Chennai. Morning he works. He starts with the LaTeX file. He opens this file Overleaf, and he does the documentation. And morning to evening, and this has been done as a full-time job, and he's a math teacher, and he does the documentation for many companies and many students, and they are giving for a document, they charge per page they charge 50 rupees for LaTeX. Per page they charge 50 rupees for LaTeX. Try to be very clear. When you go to any what I can say your uh, thesis alignment Photoshop centers, that photocopy centers, and you can go and see this per alignment per page you've been charged 10 rupees. But here, when you go for LaTeX, they charge 50 rupees. And some people are charging more than 100 rupees also. And some people, they are making 150. It depends upon the pages. If you have more equations, they charge you 150 rupees. If your equations are very less, only theory part, they make it 50. If the equations are in moderate fashion, they make it for 100 rupees. And this is how the rating of the market. Okay. The price which is in charge in LaTeX documenting people. So this is what asked in many what I can say journal companies also. They'll ask a very simple question: do you know the LaTeX? Because this is a very important thing, and of course it's a very not a very tough job. Only thing is that you want to be in practice, and that is very important. And now I'm just going to type you. I'm just going to type my title. I'm just going to say that attack in wireless. Just make it caps. Wire Okay, now I just typed it. Just fill in the blanks. That's it. You can see this attack in wireless sensor network. So you can download the template. See, when you go and do it in the Word file, what you will do? You will search for the template and you download the template and you just copy the areas where you want to replace your own document. Similar way, we can do this here also. It's not a very big thing. Okay, it's not a very big thing. Of course, for doing this formatting, I think this is enough. This is enough. It's much more than for a person who want to get their paper to be aligned according to the LaTeX format which is available. Now you can change it now. Now you can change the author name. Now I'll just type here author name Shankar. I think you can see this. You can see at the right hand side, previously it was there Shankar and now. So now if you want to download this document, there is an option here. You can use this download option, download PDF. Okay. And this is the download option. See, by using the LaTeX, you can have your what I can say. You can have your what I can say collaborative writing. Of course, I don't see this in India. Of course, in Europe they do this, but in India they are not doing it. And there are 4 or 5 researchers writing one single in a single document. They'll make this sharing of this particular file, and 4 or 5 people will be working on that file. And you can see this what is going on here. Okay, that is very important thing. And I think you can able to get it very clear. Just inserting, and if at all you have a template, use the template, entire problem is solved. When you are applying with good impact factor journal, or when the journal is very good standard, Elsevier or Springer. Of course, Springer is not always asking about LaTeX. Even some Springer they are trying to ask. But anyway, but still Wiley will ask, and very good journals with high impact factors, they'll be asking for this, what I can say, LaTeX. By the time you can see to their website, you can go and see the website, you can see the template of that, and you can download and you can put it here and you can open it. And if you do this, ready-made codes are there. You can just change your content and you can fill it and you can do your completion. Now, beyond this, sometimes you have a problem. Sir, I want to know something about. I want to insert a QRC code in this document. Thing like this. Now there is a question. Don't worry about it. You can go to the Overleaf. You can seek the help of these people. Already some things are posted here. You just go here and I'll just show you once again. I'll just go back to my document. Okay. And of course, I'll just show you here. You can just type insert image LaTeX overleaf. You just put LaTeX overleaf. That is very important. Don't try to take any other, because Overleaf will have a different procedure of inserting the word or image or your files. That is very important. You just go, Overleaf is giving an example. You can see this example. How to load an image, how to get the files to be inserted. It will be very simple syntax. A very simple syntax. Now I'll just run this, then you can understand. That will be very easy for you to get into this. Now this is how you put your document. You can just copy and you do it. You can see this at the right hand side. Okay, all the basics are given. No need to read all those things. It's not a very big thing. You don't need to read all those things. Just you take the help file, you read it, you do it whenever you require. If you keep on doing this, you become an expert. Of course, if at all you want to become a professional in LaTeX, if you are searching for a job in a technical writing company, by that time you want to be an expert in this, by that time you can read all those things, how you do like a C programming. For a researcher to make your document, already the template is given and you are going to insert it, that never require any sort of programming knowledge. Only basic thing, if you know, that is enough. You know how to take and how to insert it, that's enough. Okay. And that is what I can teach you for the researchers. If at all you want to become an expert, you have to sit continuously and you have to work it out. Now I'll show you how this is being done here. Now I'm going to take an image. I'm going to insert the image. Okay. And I'm going to make it the image to be visualized there in the document. Okay. And you can see this beautiful L file. Okay. And you can get every sort of things here. That is what I can able to say here. And of course, in my next class, if I want to teach something about how to create the mathematics equation, you can see this example. I'll teach you how to create a mathematics equation just like that. I'm not going to teach something new. I'm just going to copy this and I'll just paste it. That's it. That's it. Okay. And of course, nothing is there to teach here also. Even for the people who write the paper or thesis, nothing is there to read. Just how to take and you have to insert it. That's it. That's enough. I don't think so. You need a very elaborative class on this. It's a very basic, very simple package, and it is not a very tough to learn. You should know the tricks how to make your cut and paste work and how to make your commands to be used for your document. And this is how the LaTeX programming is being done. And I think you can understand how to get the what I can say coding from the template, your Overleaf help file. And there are templates also. You can just click the templates. You can see a lot of templates. You can see book template. You can have a formal letter template, poster template, and you can see the thesis template. You can use your templates. A lot of templates are there. You can just take a template and you can use it. This is a very beautiful, what I can say, dissertation template. You can also upload your template. Sometimes your templates are not there. Even for example, analysts is giving some template. You can upload here and you can put it here, and so that others will use that particular template also. Of course, they have a standard template, and I think by this way, I think you can develop your LaTeX knowledge, not the programming skill, LaTeX knowledge, and you can develop your documentation. You develop your your paper into the required format, which is being asked by the journal companies or publishers. Okay, I think I can close here. I think I can close the session here. We'll see in the next class about the other pagination tools. Okay, there are a lot of pagination tools. We'll see it in the next class. I think, thank you very much. I'll stop the